Hi, welcome to my channel. I have a giant lamp on my desk, and it's because I can't find the thing to another light I had, and so now I have a giant lamp right here, and everything looks really dramatic. So whatever. Here's my keys. I collect antique keys. If I find them, I buy it. If I finds it, I buys it. You wanna check them out? Anyways, I like them. They're kind of cool. There's these littler ones, these tinier ones. See that? These tinier ones. There's also, I have some from like the 60s. I have some like lock keys from the 60s. Safe box keys and stuff like that. They're not mine, but I collect things that are not mine. This one's kind of bent up. Anyways, metal. These are my keys. Okay. I'm gonna play with my makeup today. That's the whole reason behind this video. Whatever. Anyways. I hate everything. Okay. Yeah, let's play with makeup. Okay. I can't, bitch, I can't. I fucking cannot right now. I cannot. Okay. I dress however I want to dress. There is cat hair all over this little slutty king of hell thing. Listen, women and men and anything in between are allowed to dress however they want to dress. Shocking, I know, it's very shocking. Just because I dress a certain way, okay, does not equate to you or anybody out there being allowed to treat me a certain way. Clothing is not a revoking of human rights. Okay, I went to Kroger's the other day and I was wearing something very, very pretty. Something I thought was very pretty. My moon dress. It's a celestial dress from like Hot Topic. I'll put a picture here if I can find one, right? I love it. It's fabulous. It's beautiful. And I love being fabulous and beautiful. I love it. Can't live without it. Okay? And what my definitions of fabulous and beautiful are. If that means wearing this stupid little skanky outfit, then I will. Now, does that mean that I am a stupid skank? No. Just because somebody dresses quote unquote slutty doesn't mean they're a slut. And it also doesn't give you permission to say or do whatever the fuck you want to them. I was at Kroger's and some guy passed me up and got very close to me. And he said, sorry, I have to remember. He said, because it's my memory's filled with so much hatred right now. It's very difficult to access. Now that's a good-looking girl, but he said it in such a slimy way, and like in a whisper tone, close enough to me, like he leaned in to pass by me and tell me that. He said, "You're doing something to me." So I got mad, and I was like, you know what? Okay. All right, bitch. Okay. So I pass him up, and I am leaving. I'm checking out at Kroger's. I buy like 5 things, and obviously it brings up to like almost $80 because that's the world we live in. I'm not gonna do foundation today. I'm not gonna do foundation. I'm just gonna fuck with my eyes some more. I think I'm gonna fix my eye makeup and fuck with it. So I'm checking out, and he's talking to this little girl. She's probably about 3 years old, and her mom. It's just them two. They're alone. And okay, whatever. I thought that was his granddaughter. That's how he was acting. He was asking many questions: where she went to school, who she played for, if she played sports, who they liked, all these strange questions, while the mother was scanning. And so the little girl was just yammering on about very personal, private information, as little girls do. I was there one time. I was a little girl. In fact, I was that exact little girl at one time. Now it's 30 years later. This is who I am. So he walks away and comes back, and I notice he keeps looking at me. He keeps me in his peripherals, but he keeps looking at me. And when someone gets on my radar, they don't get off my radar for quite some time. Once you say something to me that puts me on, I'm on for quite some time. So I'm watching him. He's watching me. Okay, fine. Whatever. He keeps watching how many things I'm scanning, checking to see if I'm almost ready to go. And he keeps talking to who I assume to be his granddaughter. Now he left. He walked away a couple feet. Whenever I went to go pay, he conveniently stopped talking to this little girl, gathering information from her. Then he came back to the mother and shook her hand and introduced himself. He didn't even know them. He didn't even know them. He didn't even know them. So, he got all that little girl's information, where she goes to school, who she plays for, what time they play, what types of games she plays, everything. Okay? I thought this motherfucker was her grandfather. How intrusive and invasive he was being to a little girl. And he wasn't talking to the mom, he was talking to the little girl. This man was much older, in his definite senior years, but that gives nobody an excuse. So I noticed that he's starting to walk away as soon as I paid, and he stops talking to them, and he follows me out, and he stops me as soon as nobody's around at the, I'm walking, head, chin up, eyes down, face forward. And he pulls me aside and he goes, I don't know if you heard what I told you earlier, but I like what you have going on. And you're doing something to me. It's casting a spell on me. And I went to him and I walked off. I don't give a fuck what a bitch is dressed like. A bitch could be walking down the motherfucking street, no goddamn shirt on, titties hanging out, pasties on her nipples. I don't give a fuck. That gives you no fucking permission to go up to her and tell her a motherfucking thing. Keep your fucking comments to yourself and go jerk off in your car, you fucking dickhead. Like, shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of my face. Okay? Thanks. So, yeah, it was just, I don't know who the fuck he thought he was, but I really had to swallow my want to eviscerate somebody at that moment and realize that it wasn't worth it. But he was a fucking predator. I swear to God. And you know what? He had money. He had good money. He had nice clothes. He had good money. Probably retired from around here. Lived a long life of doing this. He was really good at it. He knew exactly all the questions to ask some little girl he didn't know. He knew exactly how to act and all these things. Dude was a fucking creep. And honestly, if I didn't have kids, I probably would have fucking clocked him in the goddamn face. But I can't go to jail because I have responsibilities. But if I didn't have kids, I would have fucking clocked that dude so hard in his nose, he would have had to gone and spend a couple extra $1,000 to fix that shit and get it out of his brains. It sucks. I love the fact that I have a family. I love the fact that I have the ability to do the things I want to do, to dress how I want to dress, to be who I want to be. But just because I dress a certain way, and mind you, I was covered. Now, mind you, I was covered head to toe. In fact, this is more revealing now than what I had. I was covered. You couldn't even see my tattoo. I was in a dress covered, and my boots go up to my knees. So the bitch couldn't see shit. I wasn't even showing ankle. Okay. I was showing wrist and face and double chin. Okay. Okay. If your one thing is to sit here and gawk at me and fucking compliment me in a backhanded way, you could take those compliments and shove them up your fucking ass, because that's where they belong. Up your fucking ass with the rest of the shit in there. Okay? I don't need your compliments. I exist whether you exist, whether you like it or not. You may die before me and I'll still be here dressing like a slut, not needing your approval. And just because I dress like a quote unquote slut doesn't mean I am one. In fact, I am very, very against anybody trying to sexualize me, because like I said, I just, it makes me a certain way. Mostly angry. So yeah, it pisses me off. It pissed me off that dude was literally clearly a fucking grooming predator. He got all that information of that little girl. Shit she shouldn't have fucking said out loud. Why? Because we live in a small town. We live in a small town, and so it's normal for people to just meet each other and be like, let me info dump. That's not okay, baby. You don't talk to strangers. That weirdo, that fucking weirdo, he knows where your daughter is at whenever you're not there, babe. You fucked up. You really fucked up. And it's not the mom's fault. She probably didn't know. I grew up in a world where I had to keep my fucking mouth shut. And I was that little girl at one time. I was like happy at one time in my life. I was happy one time. And then what happened? I met people like him. Okay? And they turned out to be some of the most vile cocksuckers of all time. So what I'm telling you is to keep your fucking mouth shut when creepy old men approach your children. So I told my husband, and he's like, babe, you gotta start bringing your gun with you. I have a gun. He's like, babe, you gotta start carrying it. I live in an open carry state, okay? I live in Texas. It's in my name. He's like, babe, you gotta start bringing your gun with you. And I was like, I have kids. I have kids. I'm so angry that I have to sit here and even contemplate the idea of having to defend myself from somebody looking at me and wanting me. I'm not yours. You couldn't possess me even if you fucking tried. You couldn't pay me $12 billion to have me. There's no price on God's green earth that would ever have me submissive to a fucking nasty bitch skank like that. Period. Why? Because there's something burning deep within my chest that is not mortal, that will reach out and gut you if you try to. Do you get what I'm saying? There's something ancient, old, and unnameable that lives in the hollows of this fucking rib cage that cannot and will not allow anybody to take my anything. Ever. Period. And yeah. So whatever, fuck them. And fuck him. And like, no, don't fuck him. But like, just gross, man. There's some fucking perverts out there, dude. There's some fucking perverts out there. And honestly, it's difficult. Like, I understand humans are like humans, you know. I get mammals. I get them, babe. I understand them. I raise them. I watch them. I understand them. You're fucking gross. You're fucking sick. But no, this dude was a fucking pervo. And it pisses me off because who are you? Get out of my fucking face. Why are you a part of my reality? Just because I dress a certain way doesn't give you any fucking permission to dehumanize me, treat me like a fucking object, and say whatever the fuck you want to say. Of course, it's a free country, allegedly. You can allegedly say whatever the fuck you want to say. You know, this is free. My fucking fist between two slices of bread, bitch. With some mustard on it. Okay? That's free too. Guy was a pervert. Dude pissed me off. But I held my tongue. I was a good girl. I held my tongue. Do I resent myself for holding my tongue? A little bit. Because I grew up watching Jersey Shore and Flavor of Love in New York. I love New York. I love her. And watching I Love New York. I grew up with a mother who was a jaguar in human skin. I grew up with a fucking sailor mouth. And here's the thing. I put my highlighter too low. Here's the thing. Of course, I could have ripped that guy a new asshole, but he probably would have liked it. He probably would have got off on it later on. Like, she said some things to me. I gave her something. I made her react in a way. You have to very quickly, as a woman, or somebody who has a fucking uterus or a hole between their legs, instead of a thing hanging out, you have to be smart. And you have to weigh every situations on these scales of what is and what is not. And figure out in that moment, lightning fast, every possibility and probability of what's about to happen and what's not about to happen. And you have to have the kind of discernment and the fucking sword for a brain. You have to have the fucking obsidian knife of a brain very sharp to make precise cuts, to understand the situations you're in for existing. Very quickly. Very, very quickly. Okay? Very quickly. So I rapidly understood that this kind of a person, this kind of a pervert, would probably get off on what I said if I ripped him a new asshole later on. He'd probably tell his friends, he wouldn't tell his wife or any females, but he'd go and tell his little secret work friends or his little club of losers he hangs out with, right? Because he's confident. He's a confident man. He's old. He's confident. He's been doing this for quite some time. Quite some time. So he deems himself good at it and good at hiding it. Okay? So he has confidence, which means he's been doing this for some time. Do you understand? Are you listening? He's been doing this for some time. If the universe just gave me laser beams for eyes for one day. Pretty please, with sugar on top. Please. Just one day. That's all I'm asking. One day. Just one day. Just one day. Anyways, yeah, I'm mad. Sorry if you can't tell, I'm angry. I'm using my kaleidoscope palette to fuck with my eyes right now. I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything, but we are staying up all night because my husband's shifting from day shift to night shift. And so I'm just going to be literally layering new makeup on old makeup. Yeah, but if you're on my channel and you are a pervert or you're a nasty bitch, and I find out, I'm gonna block the shit out of you. Say one wrong thing to me. Say one wrong thing to a person in my comment sections. And I'm just gonna block you and mute you from this channel, and you're never gonna fucking be able to interact with me again. The type of cojones that these motherfuckers have, it is ridiculous. The type of confidence a perverted white man has is disgusting and confusing. And it needs to be stopped. Imagine being alive and living, and somebody thinks that they own you, that they don't even own you. Honey, you don't know what I'm capable of, so back the fuck off. What is your problem? What is your problem, bitch? My hair is red. I think that means ready to kill. I'm pretty sure that's what that means in girl language. Pretty sure. I don't know for sure, but I think so. I think that's it. Anyways, let's talk about something else other than that pervert at Kroger's that pissed me off. So my adrenaline was going. I came home. I told my husband. He was like, you need to carry that thing on you. I was like, I know, because I hadn't been carrying it for a minute. I have other things in my purse that are extremely lethal, like like very, very sharp objects and like tons of bones. And I have a cave woman purse. I have literally like wolf leg bones in my purse. I have jaw bones in my purse. I have toes and nails and teeth, and a giant set of fucking very heavy keys that just fits perfectly into just not just that, but I have these shawl pins that they're like 5-6 inch spikes on them that are made out of pure metal. Anything in my purse can be lethal. My purse is just full of lethal things, not just like, you know, bullets, but it's full of other things that are lethal as well. So yeah, but yeah, that just really made me mad, guys. I don't like that. Like, do you guys like it when perverts be perverted to you in public? Do you? If so, leave a comment. Oh, I love when that happens. Cool. I would like to know. I really genuinely want to know. Like, are there people out there who get like catcalled and they're like, I'm every woman? Like, do you know what I mean? Because I just don't. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. A guy tells me something and immediately I am about to, I don't know, WW3, baby. A man will tell me a thing and it'll be the last thing. It'll be written on his tombstone. Make it a good thing, you know? Like, it's sad. Is that sad? I don't think so. No. I think I've been groomed in a way by society to view that as sad. No. Here's the thing. Here's the truth. Bad people suck dick. Here's the truth. If you're an evil man and something bad happens to you, I think an angel gets its wings. Fairly certain that's how that works. Not too sure, but pretty certain. Not for sure, but pretty sure that's how that works. Every time a pervert gets run over, an angel gets its wings. Or a demon ascends. I don't know how it goes exactly. I wasn't briefed. There's no disclosure on that right now. Yeah, I'm just going in with a lot of gold and shimmery stuff. I'm like Egyptian kind of thing. I don't know, like, I don't know, something like that. I've been reading a lot of Egyptian language and like hieroglyphs and deciphering them and stuff like that. It's just good to have that on hand. It's good to have any kind of information. Let's switch this from Emily being violently angry at perverts at Kroger's for approaching her and approaching little girls to no. It's so pathetic. It is so fucking pathetic to have your entire life. I'm so sorry. To have your. I was like, I'm gonna stop talking about this, and I'm like, you are fucking pathetic if you allow your entire life to be ruled by a fucking opening or a fucking thing hanging between your legs. That is stupid. You are wasting your potential here. What are you, an NPC? What are you? Like, what the fuck are you? God, other than a fucking loser. Jesus Christ. Okay. Next. Okay. I've been brushing up on Egyptian hieroglyphs. Okay, let's just talk about that. I've been getting back into Egyptian stuff. I don't know. And I need to go plant things. I'm in the planting seasons down here in South Texas. It was 80 degrees yesterday, and I think today rainy, and the mosquitoes have come for my blood, which means they are harvesting and breeding. That means the female mosquitoes have awakened, and they are breeding. So that means we need to dump out any kind of water near us that is filled with, the buckets filled with water, things of this nature, in order to prevent mosquitoes, which can carry all kinds of diseases. There was a laboratory that was going to be built, let's say, the 10-ish blocks away from where I live, and they were going to be injecting monkeys with very, very, very deadly diseases and raising monkeys specifically to keep on their little ranch and inject them with diseases. And I was like, you know that we have like a rampant mosquito problem down here because we live in the swamps. And if you think mosquitoes aren't going to go from the wetlands into your monkey enclosure and then come back out, I fucking hate people. People are so fucking dumb. Anyways, they didn't do it. Because everybody was like, what the fuck, you dumb bitches, this is a horrible idea. And they're like, oh yeah, we're also going to have to hook up to the main river that kind of like feeds to the whole town in order to like have water for our stuff. Yeah, they conveniently can afford billions of dollars worth of land in order to to cut off rivers and bullshit, and then, I don't know, dump fucking dead monkey bodies into whatever fucking water source they want, filled with whatever the fuck the scientists feel like cooking up in a think tank that day. And people are like, that's not what happens. That's not what happens. You're catastrophizing something. That's not what happens. If you think the highest form of Saturn within this country gives a fuck about your existence, you're wrong. So thank you. Thank you so much for like setting me straight. Like, I do need to be clocked. You're right. I need to be mollywopped, but like, you're talking to the wrong bitch, and lower your voice. I say to the voices in my head. I say to the voices in my head, lower your voice. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, I do be getting into arguments. It's not voices in my head. Well, I guess so. If you read anything, technically, it becomes a voice in your head. When you read people's comments, they're living literally in your head. I guess it is dangerous to read a lot of misinformation because you're feeding your brain certain things. Anyways, I've been feeding my brain Egyptian hieroglyphs lately. Yeah. Why? I don't fucking know. I don't know why I do anything, guys. I don't even know why I'm here, okay? I'm here because of friction that happened roughly 32 years ago in a dark place in space by two people who actually fucking hated each other. My dad was a fucking, I guess, theological Satanist who deified Satan, and my mom was an evangelical Christian. You fucking tell me. Make it make sense, babe, because if you fucking can, I'll give you $5 fucking. I'm just kidding. They're mammals. That's what makes sense. They were mammals and they had a feeling and they enacted on that feeling out of boredom or stupidity. And for some reason, I was the outcome of these things. Now, my mother was on birth control and her tubes are tied. Was she the Virgin Mary? No. Far from it. But, number one, I shouldn't have existed, and yet here I am, and now we have to pay taxes. Because of one night of hot friction. Maybe not even that long. It could have been 5 seconds. I don't fucking know. Okay? I don't know, and I don't fucking care. It's just gross. It's just gross to me. How does this look? Be honest. It's very jaundiced. It's very yellow. It's giving mustard. Yellow mustard. Have you guys seen that fucking girl? She's like, you stupid Americans. You come over here and you say croissant. It is pronounced You stupid Americans. You say it is pronounced croissant. It is actually pronounced Take my phone away from me. Do not allow me to have access to the internet. My consciousness needs to be ripped apart from the internet and sat in timeout. Okay, what other colors can we find? You stupid Americans. It is pronounced you stupid Americans. Anyways. I think, wasn't that, what's her name? Is that Lily Rose Depp? I'm just kidding. Is she French? I don't know. Like me, I don't know. I don't know. Don't get me lying. Because I will. I'll start lying. That's been my, okay, I told you guys about my New Year's resolution to be a total evil bitch. Did I tell you guys that? Anyways, I've been doing it. And, except for telling that guy to go fuck off and jump into a hot fucking lava. But I digress. It is fine. I am fine, divine, and I have peace of mind. Anyway. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm evil. That's right. Forgot about that. So, I'm evil. Every time somebody's like, would you like to round up to the blah 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 foundation to help the homeless or the starving children, please? I'm just like, no. And I click and like right in front of them. And I've had people stop me and they're like, are you sure? sure? And I'm like, no. And then I politely, I'll step back and I'm just like, I'm trying out this new thing where I'm evil this year. For 1 year, gonna be evil. No charities get any of my money this year. And then they start laughing and they're like, all right, go on with your bad self. And I'm like, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. You know what? It's just so good to get some fucking recognition out here. It's just so good to get some recognition for doing something truly evil, like denying charities my money. Especially the ones for the helpless. Oh my goodness. I'm just kidding. If you don't know, let me explain something to you. These giant corporations will basically donate a bunch of money pre asking you for money. They already donate money. And so what they're doing is to become like, you know, like tax write-offs and all these things. It is a game that mega wealthy play, that my roosters play. It's a game that they play called, how can I get tax write-offs or something like that? Having cows or cattle on your land also helps with making your land a tax write-off. A lot of the companies around here will buy land and put a bunch of fucking longhorns on it. But the truth is that those longhorns are just sitting there until the companies can figure out what the fuck they want to do with that land. They just sit on it like an egg. Like a goose egg. Like a golden egg. Like a goosey goose god. A goose this goose. Next time we get paid, I have to rapidly put in my plan. Once a year, I've done this since I've lived here. Time isn't real, but ever since we've moved here, I've had a garden and rabbits and chickens and things of that nature. I'm not so good with rabbits. I love rabbits, but they always die. Can't keep a rabbit as a pet. I love rabbits though. They smell good. Anyways, they have a beautiful scent on their skin. They do. Rabbit fur smells so nice. I don't know if you've ever cuddled a rabbit. I used to cuddle rabbits when I was a little girl, so maybe it's something from my childhood. It's a nostalgia thing. Reminds me of whenever my mother and father were living together and had some kind of an agreement. Anyways, so yeah, I used to have this giant jackrabbit when I was a little girl. I've told you guys this before, but new folks, hi. I used to have a giant jackrabbit when I was a little girl, and I looked the wrong way and it went underneath my eye. Whatever. I have big moon eyes. Not moon, I'm sorry, almond eyes. I don't have moon eyes. Who told you that? There's a moon under my eyes, probably why I said that. I have almond eyes. Oh my god, it went into my eyeball. Fuck it. We ball. Fuck it, we eyeball. What was his name? Oh, Jackrabbit when I was a little girl. I used to have this giant jackrabbit. His name was Mr. Bun Bun. And he was so big we had to put him on a harness. He was a jackrabbit. He wasn't like a tiny little bun bun. He was a jackrabbit. Like, I don't know how we got a fucking jackrabbit, but we did. I don't know. Maybe one of my family members caught it. Maybe my dad caught it. My dad used to catch things all the time. He would catch cicadas and give them to me, but he would tie dental floss underneath their wings, so their wings were free to fly. And then he would have the cicada tied on a piece of dental floss, and it would go in the air. And I had a cicada on a little leash that I was playing with. My dad also used to do it. I don't know what he looks like. So in all my memories, he's just like a blank face man. It's kind of sad. Oh, but whatever. Apparently he was evil according to everyone. So whatever. I guess if you worship Satan, you're evil or something like that. And, no, apparently he was evil. I don't know. I wasn't there. So, I mean, I was there, but I was so young. The memories are repressed for good reason, because the memories I did pull out and verify with other family members, very violent. So, I had a jackrabbit. My dad probably caught it. And he was so big. He would eat all the cat food. Anyways, he's the only rabbit. I guess I'm good with jackrabbits. But when I went to move to California, when I was, I don't know, I went from Austin, Texas to California. I was very young, maybe 10, 11, 12, something like that, in my preteen years. I snuck a rabbit into California, and you weren't allowed to do that. I snuck a rabbit into the state of California, which was allegedly illegal. And yeah, that was weird. That was weird because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened to that rabbit either. I have always had rabbits my entire life, and people have either stolen them, eaten them, like stolen them, eaten them, and all kinds of stuff. I've talked about this before. You guys, it is literally like almost nightfall, and these roosters won't shut the fuck up. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. How do I feel about this? I feel like the black has been nullified by the yellow / gold / what the fuck ever I put on my face. How do I feel about this? Do I have a black right here? No, that's weird. It's called Kaleidoscope, but there's no fucking black. Okay, bitch. Oh wait, why do I have 2 blacks right here? This one's newer. I think I've told you this before. I don't know. I've been looking at my Egyptian hieroglyph book from like the 1800s or some shit like that. It's like from the early 1900s or something. I don't know. Don't get me lying because I will. And Thoth or whatever, the ibis-headed god, I always look at the old, like the Kemet or the old Kemeticism version of the word Thoth or Thoth, and it's spelled like DJ. I just put it right here. It's spelled like this, but I always say DJ Booty, DJ Hootie, DJ Hootie and the Blowfish. Like I am so disrespectful when it comes to my gods. I am so fucking disrespectful. I hope they understand me, and I hope they understand that I'm just trying to get a laugh, and I hope that they laugh. If they don't laugh, I'm going to cry. Maybe they could take some of my laughter as an offering. Ta-da! Ta-da! That's about all I have to offer to my gods is laughter. And the occasional rooster. I'm just kidding. Anyways, okay, so what did we learn today? Number 1, I like keys. I'm just a big baby. I'm just a big baby. I love keys. I love jingly keys. They had some keys for, I told you guys a couple of videos back, like by a couple I mean 8. This one has a hole in the center of it. I don't know if you can see that. That I was obsessed with cuckoo clocks made in like the Black Forest or something like that. I still am. And I found some keys that actually went to clocks at that antique store. A lot of these keys, I think almost all of them I found at that antique store. I'm a baby. I like it. I like keys, especially old keys. Anyways, what was I saying? Who needs MK Ultra when I could do it to myself? What was I saying? How to get burned? How to get burned? Die! What was I saying? God damn it. I'm a big baby. I was playing with keys. I don't want to put mascara on my eyes because I only have waterproof, and I recently found out that there's some bad girl no-no stuff in waterproof mascara. But there's bad girl no-no stuff in everything, so guys, it's tough being alive. It's tough. It's tough. I went on a whole research study for hours on nanoparticles and nanoparticulates, as well as organic and inorganic nanoparticles. that are found in mostly everything that has been machine made since the Industrial Revolution. And some of them are from I don't know. I did some studies, or I read some studies. I'm so sorry. I didn't do this myself, but I read some studies where they took rats and they filled them with these nanoparticles that are readily available in anything that's machine made, as well as the how do you say it? The BPA and the microplastics, microplastics and nanoparticles and particulates. So anything machine made has them in them within them. And I did this, this whole deep dive research on different ones. They had like ones that are like titanium dioxide, what it looks like under a magnifying glass or a microscope. Not a microscope. Sorry, a scientific magnifying glass. For scientists, not for Sherlock Holmes. A microscope. I'm so fucking dumb, but I'm so smart, and I'm so fucking dumb. It is God's favorite sound every time my heart breaks. Anyways, so so yeah, I was doing research into that and looking at what nanoparticles look like underneath a microscope, and I found it to be horrific, interesting, fucked up, fucked up. And I was like, oh my god, that's so crazy. So I told my husband, I was like, we really need to consider reconsidering myself. We need to consider stepping back and away from a lot of this refined stuff. I say as I put makeup on my face. I'm such a hypocrite. Yeah. I do have lapis lazuli. I could always break that shit up and put it on my eyes, but it does have pyrite, which is a type of iron. So you just have to be careful. There is calcite, and then there are some with less flecks of pyrite. I guess I could start making my own makeup. I used to do that. It doesn't matter. I'm mad. Nanoparticulates and particles. They're bad for the body. They accumulate in certain spaces and places and have the ability to cross and deposit past the blood-brain barrier. It's not good. That's never a good thing for anything to do that to you, your body. It feels like at every intersection of human existence, we are slowly losing our rights to be a human being within a body that is ours and ours alone. Feels like very soon what you'll have on the back of a mustard thing is a scan here, and it'll be like, those terms of agreements when you download an app and you just scroll through and then you click accept and you push download or whatever, play or continue. I feel like everything we eat soon is going to have terms of agreement. Everything we consume. And so it just feels like slowly, we're losing our rights as humans, and becoming more, I guess it's not technically inorganic. Even plastic is organic. Everything is in existence matter to an extent. And so, that being said, everything is organic to an extent, including, nuclear warfare to an extent. Everything, all of these animals, people are like, oh, humans are not natural. Well, babe, honey, sugar pie, you are my candy girl. We are. We are. Now, I don't know, we all have a lot of information overload that's happening at any given time. And then we go to the stores here in America and we are assaulted by fluorescents and loud, nasty, fucking shitty music from the 80s and 90s. Yeah, the fuck, man. Shut the fuck up. So, do you really? It's the illusion of choice. Do you have a choice? Do you have a choice? Are you fucking. I'm sorry not to get dark, but are you much like a dolphin committing suicide at SeaWorld because the children are banging on the fucking thing and you just don't go back up for air? You know what I'm saying? Like, your senses at every level are being assaulted by vibrations, incoming waves, even the phone, which I am so addicted to as well. It's assaulting sensations. And, we have these beautiful little mirror neurons within ourselves that, I mean, goddamn, let's not even get into what lead does once it's deposited into the brain. Let's not even get into lead in inner cities, and let's not even get into lead in the main water sources, and let's not even get into lead right now. I've talked too long. Let's not get into that right now. I'm gonna have to edit this down. Thinking about future me, looking back at past me and being like, why do you open your mouth? I don't know. I really don't know why. I don't know why I'm here. Honestly, I don't know why I'm here. I have a good little family. I'm very grateful for my family. But like I said, I'm the accumulation of cells that happened to burst into existence 32 years ago, roughly one September evening, and my mom was on birth control and her tubes are tied. So why I'm here, not for sure. Can't say for certain, but ding 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 ding. I am here to an extent. I think. I don't know. We could argue that later. We'll table that talk for another time. But yeah, it's so stupid. It feels like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. And then whenever you think about the past a little bit, to any extent, if you go and read, like women were not allowed to have a bank account until what, the late 70s? Something like that. Let me put the correct year right here. Without a man here in America? Like, what is happening? What is going on? What's happening? I don't fucking know, man. One more thing I want to say that's complete strange nonsense. This poor boy was working at Subway. We went to Subway because my son, whenever we get like the coupons in the mail, he will clip out coupons and save ones he wants, and then we will go do something, together as a family. We'll go out to eat somewhere, right? Which we should probably stop doing. Stop eating refined and processed foods. Anyways, so we went to Subway, and this poor boy was overloaded. He was like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. He had a whole line in front of us. He's like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. They have me working double shifts. No one came on with me. I have to open and close by myself. They refused to hire anybody competent enough to fucking work this place, and they're not going to fire me because they need me. So I'm so sorry. And when everyone left and it was just me and my kids in line, I was like, dude, I used to work at Subway, in San Antonio. I know exactly how it feels. In fact, one time our fucking toaster caught on fire and I just shut the toaster and walked off, and I was like, I'm going to go chop onions. I was like, fuck this place. I don't give a fuck. Like, I was like, whatever. He started laughing and he felt more comfortable to open up to me. When I shared that, I was, I get it. I understand. It sucks working for a corporate entity that doesn't give a fuck about you. And then also they put people in position of power who should not be. They honestly can't even wipe their ass without assistance. Because they're fucking kindergartners. They fucking suck. They should not have power. So it's very difficult whenever you're dealing with things and situations like that. And goddamn, he was so young too, like straight out of high school, poor baby. So he was like, yeah, and then he was like, I'm gonna give you guys extra pepperonis, but don't tell anybody. What, they're gonna fire me? So he gave us a bunch of extra food for free. It was so sweet. But I was listening to his struggles, and he just needed someone to talk to. He just fucking needed someone to hear him. Somebody that, I was in your position 15 years ago. I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. So, and I was like, it's insane that they haven't changed in 15 goddamn motherfucking years. Like that to me is pure absurdity and insanity at its finest. You think that, what is the business model to steal money from your pockets and break the souls of the individuals working there to feed you food made by hands that hate their masters? What is the fucking goal here, Subway? Let's not even talk about how much the subway guy's a pervert too. So anyways, I mean, like, laser beams out of my eyes, you know, like just one day. Laser beams out of my eyes, just one day. I'm talking 24 hours. What a girl wants, what a girl needs. Anyways, this poor boy, he had struggled so much with his job. He was like, I fucking hate this place. Have you ever seen, is it Grind? No, what movie is it? God damn it, what movie is it where he's like, come on, Pookie, I'm gonna burn this motherfucking place down? What is that movie? It's not Grind. Is it Harold and Kumar? What movie is it? Where he says that. He's like, come on, Pookie, let's burn this motherfucker down. He's like, I fucking hate this place. But yeah, you could see it in that guy's eyes. And I was like, dude, this is so sad. It's so sad that nobody has given them permission yet to leave. Nobody has given them permission. Nobody has literally come up to this boy straight out of high school and been like, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve this. You can make money a billion other ways. There's billions of other ways to make money out there. And, you know, a lot of people say, well, places aren't hiring, blah, 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 blah. What do you want to do? I don't give a fuck who's hiring. What do you want to do? Okay? Because I know a bitch who makes money going to festivals, blowing bubbles. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do with your fucking life? Okay? If somebody makes good money throwing around fire hula hoops on their goddamn body and swirling fucking flame batons and catching them in the air in their ass cheeks, like, if somebody's making money doing that, if a girl's making millions of dollars selling pigs, what do you want to do on this planet? What are you interested in doing? Okay? Follow your passions. Sorry, there's a fuzzy. I'll try to snatch it out of the air. Follow your passions. Follow what ignites that fire, that unholy fire, that black flame within your chest. And follow it and protect it until you die. Okay? Do that. Yeah, seriously. I really wanted a homestead. I really wanted a family. I really wanted stability, but I also struggled because I love chaos and traveling and experiencing new things. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid. I'm so stupid. I hate stability, and I love stability. It's very difficult. To say I want to beat the shit out of myself is how do you say, like, not the correct words. Maybe it's like if I could I would probably. Okay, here's the thing though. I would either make a compact with myself to become an evil villain and rule the world. I would either make like some compact with myself to become an evil villain and rule the world. And by evil villain, I mean everybody has like rights and food and water. I don't think it would look like I was an evil villain for a while, but it would literally be me just cleaning up shop. And maybe like taking all of the bad people and putting them in like when you're playing Sims and you put them in a house and you take the doorway and then you set the place on fire. Or something like that. I don't. I've talked too much. Oh my God, no. So either I am becoming my best friend, and we are closing shop, or I'm gonna beat the shit out of her. I can't figure out which one it's gonna be. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I have to go edit this, which means I have to go listen to myself. Which is probably why I want to beat myself up. It's probably why I want to fight myself. I hope you guys are doing well. The truth is, I'm doing extraordinarily well. I'm meditating, cleansing. I have ideas, I have goals, I have things I'm reaching for that I'm very grateful to have the clarity to see. And I'm grateful for the time I have here on this planet I really am. I like it. I do like the planet. The planet's fucking beautiful. The ocean is magnificent. The fucking creatures underneath are fantastical and beautiful. I love birds. I love the sky. I love the earth. I love the ocean. I love everything. I love looking at the stars. I love it. I love it so much. I love dreaming. Good dreams, great sleep. It's delicious. I love having sensations. I really do. The one thing I don't know why they keep pushing everybody to have the same sensation of fear and empty-mindedness and stupidity, and it's sad. Anyways, yeah. Shout out to that kid that works at Subway. I hope you're okay. Poor baby. He gave me a bunch of free drinks and free food, and he was like, man, fuck this place. So I got like 3 meals for $20, which is kind of hardcore. But maybe just we're all kind of in this together. I mean, maybe just hear out somebody, you know what I mean? Or something. I don't know. You know, maybe listen to yourself. I have to go listen to myself. Okay, goodbye.